our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come into this one fresh off a victory that finally snapped a 6-game losing streak.
And there's nothing like that win that makes everyone happier in the locker room, better on the practice field, and they usually play a whole lot better that next game out as well.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The first carry for Kenyon Drake. He finds an opening past the 40, and he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. First carry for Frank Gore, the newest and oldest Dolphin. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Richmond. Off of play action, it's Watson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one, 48 yards. This is Brown on the carry. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And let's look here at the Houston offense.
DeAndre Hopkins was named All-Pro for the first time in 2017. And really don't have to do much but look at the statistics to know why. 4-touchdown team, jumped that up to 13 in 2017. Also added in 96 catches and close to 1,400 yards. DeAndre Hopkins' ability to get free in the zone, mainly because of head fakes and body control.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Steven Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. A run through the starters defensively for the Texans. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Tannehill. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. On first down, Drake. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people.
Back now with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football, but they face a second and long to start things out. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The Texans send the punter out. Back deep, Danny Amendola. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And out come the Dolphins now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And Amendola with a catch. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Dolphin first down as Tannehill is on target to the former Patriot Danny Amendola.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right. Just
remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? He made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Dolphin passing. Game rolling here. They've got another first down. Tannehill now. Only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Back to the ground game here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Here's Tannehill. And he's got it. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll try to run it, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Tannehill with his 13th touchdown. Out of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Rivers free. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points. Big. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And that's complete. It's Allington. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. First down now, but that clock rolling. They go play action here on first down. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Texans have earned the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Hard throw, incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well. So
the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, they'll run with Gore. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 1st down, Tannehill drops it underneath to Gore. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. The Dolphins on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So we've reached halftime here, and it's, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. That's caught at the 25. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. I wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Another carry now for Gore. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A dump off here for Gore. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Now a look at Will Fuller as he and the rest of the offense gears up to get ready to go again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding, offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
On second down, here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, you were backed up into a second and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
Time to establish the run game. It's Gore. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a two tight end set. It's always interesting to watch with offensive line.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. With former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just get... them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And I think he's a guy, if they had let him walk, no one was going to be shouting from the top of a mountain. But he's a good guy. He's a good locker room guy, too.
Good locker room and a good player. I mean, he's a valuable starter for them. And if you just want to start over and maybe bring in someone new, the learning curve might be a little bit big.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney Merciless. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And let's shift our attention to Will Fuller. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team. Because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot.
And got his man complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 30 yards there. From the 50, it's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Sanders on for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Watson on first down. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Faking the give. Now Watson. Wide open receiver complete. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, there's is your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Watson hands this to Foreman. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. They'll go with Foreman. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Here comes Grant on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up first and 10 at their own 26. They'll start on the ground with Gore. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up.
Back now in Houston, it's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Now it's Tannehill. On the left side, this is Stills. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Tannehill finding Stills, and it's a Dolphin first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Tannehill down the throw. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now another carry here tonight for Gore. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney Merciless in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
And now out comes Houston. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now a first down throw, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Off of play action, it's Watson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. That escapes the sack. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And this one is incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Brown. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. A carry for Foreman. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it here with Brown. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Foreman. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Kayvon Webster there to make the tackle.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
On second down, here's Tannehill. Time for a break. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Tannehill. On the right side open is Gesicki. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Now it's Tannehill. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Whitney Merciless bringing the pressure again, and that is his third sack here tonight. To throw is Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Tannehill now to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Handoff for Gore. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of it.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Watson. On the crossing route, complete. That's Fuller. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Come back. Tiger. Richmond.
Now it's Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line.
Richmond.
Watson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Here's Foreman. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Texans are going to win the football game. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Texans, it's a nice win to finish off what's been an ugly first half as they move to 2-6. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.